having practice at Boulder High School?
It was great. You know, with the snow, it all melted, but the field was so muddy, and I knew I wanted to get outside because it might be snowing tomorrow. Right. I didn't want to be in the bubble. It was really excellent out there. We had a lot of room, and the kids enjoyed running around. I think it was fun for them to walk. Well, some of them never been there. It's right by the campus, you know. About half of them had never been there. It was funny watching the trainers try to drive over. One of them tried to make the wrong turn. I was laughing at them going down the path. So it was fun.
What's the biggest challenge for Jaleel or guys making that move from position to position at this stage?
Well, to go from offense to defense, you know, he has great knowledge from being a quarterback. He's an excellent athlete. It's just being able to see how he reacts out there and how he's playing when everything's moving. On defense, you have to react. On offense, you do react, but you know where it's going. You know what's happening. So, you know, he's done well the first few days, and I hope to see him. And he can also help us with his ability on special teams too.
I know it's really early, but what do you think he can become? Do you think he can become a big part of what you do?
I hope so. I hope so. I think he's a good athlete. So I hope that he can find a niche for us somewhere. And you know, especially all the spread teams we play, he's kind of tweener between a linebacker, safety, athlete, understands passing lanes and passing. So hopefully he can help us, you know, kind of in the nickelback-ish outside linebacker type area with his athletic ability. You know, he's 6'2.5". He's 225 pounds. He can run. So just keep looking at him there.
A couple players mentioned that you guys have a new motto. Is it "So I Won't Get Tired"? Could you talk a little bit about that?
No, it's just a song that the guys have.
Okay.
It's a song that they. I don't. Yeah, so I won't get tired. I don't listen. It
It's
didn't come
like
off my iPod.
Okay,
I know
okay.
that. But what's the song we're listening to? So I won't get. What's it called?
I don't get tired. I never get.
Yeah, right there.
Okay,
There it is. They wanted to play it when we're doing our fourth quarter stuff. They wanted it cranked up. So I went and got it off my iPod and put it on there. You know.
You wanted to you wanted to put your kickers and stuff in some pressure situations this spring. Is being in the bubble affecting what you can do with all your
No,
kickers?
we can. Well, kickoffs it does, but field goals they can still kick those. It's good there. Or you know, kickoffs it would affect and punting. It does. But what they do is Toby takes them outside and they clear off some area in the snow and they kick out there. And so they do like the old Buffalo play, I guess, the Miami-Buffalo game, where they went out there with a plow and cleared it off. So that's what they do out there. So they do get to kick outside, yes. But we'll do a lot of some more pressure type on them kicking tomorrow. Do quite a bit of that tomorrow.
Tedrick Thompson kind of had a scary moment in the UCLA game. How has he bounced back since then?
He did well today. Today was our first time he's hit since then, and you know, we didn't go to the ground, but he was doing well in the tackling drills, and then when they came through the line, we thudded up. He was sticking his face. I never saw him shy away or do anything like that. So I think it was fine. It's just one of those freaky deals where the knee hit him in the head, you know. I think he'll be fine. Was he developing kind of to being an irreplaceable type of guy in your defense? You know, he was playing really, really well. And you know, when he went out in the UCLA game there, that hurt us, and that hurt us in some other games because he was starting to make plays and picks, and he was very active. So I think he was kind of coming into his own. So hopefully he'll keep improving from there, and I believe he will.
So I asked Coach Walters about this sheet here. They're now doing profile pages of sixth graders, recruiting pages. As a dad and as a coach, what is your gut reaction when you hear that or you see that?
It's way too early. I think you give kids a false sense of
accomplishment.
Yeah, the confidence. You always need to keep working to attain and keep growing. I said it before. You just look at the Super Bowl this year. I'll just look at the Super Bowl. 55% of those people that were in the Super Bowl were a 2-star or no star. 55%. So I mean, you know, it wasn't even a 5-star in the game. So to me, that tells you. But even last night I was watching. Late last night I was flipping the channel watching some of the Clippers game. Not the Clippers. No, not the Clippers. The Thunder. And they were talking about the great point guard that was at UCLA.
Yes.
He didn't even hardly have an offer. UCLA offered him because the other guy left late. He got a late offer from UCLA, and he's unbelievable.
Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook. Russell. I still crack up about Russell Westbrook. I went to a couple of Nuggets games when I first got here.
With the mascot?
Yeah, was that the funniest thing you've ever?
It was
Does he
good.
still do that every time they come
Absolutely.
to town?
Every time he comes.
That was the best.
I think the crowd looks forward to that moment.
Yeah, that is awesome. That was just awesome. That was hilarious.
So the sixth grade thing isn't in the Buffs' future of.
I feel like it's bad for kids. I think it's worse for the kid that's put on there as a sixth grader. I think it's really bad for him. I really, really do. I really do.
It's a slippery slope, I guess.
Yeah.
Seems like you have pretty good competition for those guard spots on the offensive line. What are those three guys who return as starters? Are they facing competition also?
Yes, all of them are. We've got kids that have sat and matured and redshirted, and I feel like that we've got good athletic ability there, and we'll be kind of moving the line around each week of spring, kind of seeing how kids can do at different spots.
I guess what I meant is I know there's always competition, but do you feel like you have guys there who are really pushing those other guys?
At the tackle spots?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I do feel like we have guys there pushing them. The hard thing is both those guys have become good players. I think Stefan Nimbot went to another level last year, and I think he's going to another level now.
Okay.
I think he has a chance to. You wouldn't have said that 18 months ago, but I really think he has a chance to play on Sundays. I really think his body looks like that, of course, but now because when we first got here, I mean, it was like being a sixth grader in football, and now he's all of a sudden he's like a college senior, and he just kept maturing and kept working at it. And then Jeremy Irwin. Now he's staying healthy, so he's getting bigger and stronger and getting better at it because he really wasn't healthy until this past August, and we couldn't even practice him all the time at first, and so now he hadn't had any issues there. So I think saying yes, they have competition, but I also think they are getting better because of all their situations were different. It wasn't like they've been playing and nothing was wrong, and they didn't have a big learning curve or had injuries. So I'm feel good about the athleticism on our offensive line. It keeps improving.
What are sort of your goals for the offensive line in spring football?
Well, I want us to keep getting more physical, and I want them to keep getting meshed together as a group better, so they can communicate and do all that. We've got to find, Alex Kelly was our center. He did a great job. We've got to find another center to be able to go in there. Hopefully Sully Weefels can do that. The guard spot's still a moving spot, and then we've got to find, make sure the tackles are ready to take over, like Sam Krasanic, and those guys are getting better. So, really on the offensive line, when you really think about it, most of the time you never hardly play more than about 8 guys. That's just the way it is. They have to be so cohesive. And same way in the secondary, we had to play a lot of guys last year, but usually you're playing no more than 8 guys back there usually, unless you have injuries, because it's just. They have to be so on the same page, all 5 offensive linemen and sometimes 5 to 6 defensive backs. So that's why that kind of happens like that.